again.
Now, I just love succulents. They've got amazing colours and fantastic shapes. Now, if you don't want to fill up whole garden beds with them, or you haven't got a lot of room, then growing them in pots makes a lot of sense. Now, it's very easy to do, and the great thing is you've got that portable colour you can move to wherever it's needed in the garden.
Here's a selection of tough performers from the Garden and Rare Plant Expo. I've chosen the blackleaf aeonium and the variegated sedum.
Now, how do you like these pots? Look pretty smart, don't they? Well, in fact, they're also quite clever. There's a little reservoir in here that you can pour water into, and this little lip comes out so you don't get drips on the carpet, and just push it back in when you finish. And on the inside, it's got these inbuilt root trainers. That stops the roots from going around and round and becoming root bound.
When choosing a potting mix, it's worth noting that not all of them are the same. And as it turns out, when it comes to succulents, they actually don't need the Rolls-Royce treatment. Now, for any other plant, for a feature plant or a vegetable pot, I'd go for the professional mix like this. It's got everything, including water-storing crystals, natural biostimulants to accelerate growth, and controlled release fertiliser for 12 months continuous feeding.
Now, because succulent plants are very slow growing, we don't want to overfeed them. So we're going to use this mix instead. And this is a general purpose one that has a moderate amount of fertiliser, enough to keep the plants going for about 3 months. This handy little dial here gives you all the information you need to know about fertilisers and water holding capacity. Now, as a group, succulents are pretty trouble-free. In other words, not too many bugs get to them. However, you might get a slight infestation of scale. And the way to fix that is that you give them a shot of the old pest oil. And the way you find it, you often see ants running up and down the plant. And another pest that we all dread that occasionally gets into succulents, and it's called mealybug. And you tend to find this wedged right down here in the leaf axils. And Confidor's the way to sort those out.
This is so safe, it doesn't have a poison warning.
Now, when your succulents have used up all the fertiliser in the mix, it's time to hit them with a specific succulent and cacti fertiliser. And the reason, this one has a very low level of nitrogen, so you don't get lots of floppy growth. So in this instance, it's 20 mils into a 9-litre watering can. Give it a bit of a shake, and just pour it over. Now, it doesn't matter if it goes on the foliage and the soil, either will take it up, and away you go. Now, you know, the main reason I love these succulents is with the crazy life I lead, these things can be left alone without watering and they'll survive beautifully.